Hey folks, how's it going? We're doing some Minecraft again. I hope you've had a good Monday, had a good weekend. So looks like it's a good start to the week, so hopefully it carries on that way. So yeah, enjoy some Minecraft. We're looking around, scoping to see what it's about. I like this little kind of obelisk thing. I'm not sure if this is natural or man-made. Hey, all those cool emotes. Love those emotes. So there's certainly... Ooh, got an Enderman here. Don't know what he's up to, but we will leave him to it. So I'm assuming Nyx has probably been down here and put plenty of lighting around. This is me. I went on a few stints of just lighting up caves. It's always fun to do so. Let's get ourselves back out of here. It's a very cool structure. I'm wondering if that is natural or not. I know Nyx has been working on this. So where is my... Draw distance isn't particularly great. So there are pigs there. Another cavern. Yes. No, unfortunately, I was too tired by the time I actually got back on Saturday. So I thought, you know what, I'll just chill.
What was your plan?
I was maybe going to try and DJ, do a DJ stream,
Oh, cool.
but I didn't get home until about 8 o'clock. And I thought, okay, I just want to eat food and rest now.
No, right. That's Lisa. I've slept for the day 24 hours in the last 36, but I keep being tired.
Oh,
Mm. I would have missed stream if Light didn't wake me up. I was planning on guitar stream beforehand, but I was woken up at like 6.
all right.
There was no more time.
You had your iron levels checked recently.
For the second time, lady. I'm
Yeah.
obsessed with Slayer. I
Yeah.
also have a photo. I also have a photo with a drummer light. I have them both framed in my bedroom. I got 2 framed pictures of Slayer members in my bedroom. Uh, this is so bad. Dave Lombardo. Yeah. I also have it on my t-shirt Slayer. I can send it to you. He signed a shirt for me as well. I got a shirt signed by Dave Lombardo.
Awesome.
Yeah. Because Larry actually thinks Slayer is banned in my stream. I've signed pictures of Slayer members in my and framed in my bedroom. He thinks I dislike the band. That one of the dumbest things I've heard in my life. Behind me, Mr. D's is also a Science Slayer item. Damn you, man. Holy shit. Wait, ik ga jou de foto. Mine was 2011, I think, right? Or 12. No, I think 11. Doesn't matter. But it was with Slayer. Look, yeah. Yeah, I'll show you my things. Instead of, I never wear it. In the picture, the signature looks very not clear, but it's clear. It's better in the IRL. How is it still long there? I think it might have been the same tour if you were at Graspop, but I saw him at 4000, 2012, not 11, 12. Ah, yes.
Nick, so I'm just going to make a clearing from your village down to my little house.
I mean, ik kijk naar die oude foto van mezelf uit 2012 en is dat meneer Beest achter me? Eerlijk. In de overexposure van de foto. Eerlijk, hij lijkt, ik zweer, broer, ik zweer, sorry voor de druk. Did you get any of that?
Nope.
Echt hè? Weet je dat jij bij het festival was? Weet je dat hij er toen was? Ik ken hem nog niet, maar hij zei me dat hij toen was toen ik hem ontmoette. Nou was het dat jaar. Eng hè? Motherfucker. Hij heeft een hekel aan Slayer. And fuck sucks life. No, we thought we recognized someone. Ah yes, that's when I was still a noob poser because I'm wearing a shirt from a band I'm seeing and I'm very against that myself now. You never wear merch from the band you're seeing. Now you do whatever hell you want, but I when I got into the scene basically a bit more, I met some older people in the scene as where there's in the 80s and stuff. They all told me, do not wear the shirt from the band you're seeing. We know you're the fan already. Wear something else so they know you like more things.
Okay.
And that stuck with me. So now every time I see someone that does it, I'm like, you're the noob at going to concerts.
And Nick, what happened? You managed to die?
I know that one, yeah. You can request
I
it.
slash killed myself.
Oh. There's no need for that.
I wanted to empty my inventory really quickly, so slash kill.
Ah.
I also have a signed photo behind me, like, from him. He was very nice. And also the framed picture of Kerry King. Very thing I don't like Slayer. I've got 3 versions of the last album. I bought it 3 times.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Repentant, I like 3. I've got 3 of them. Normal CD, but leave him be. Kerry's a nice guy. Kerry is a nice guy. Internet says he can be a dick. He was very nice to me, a random fan while he was having lunch.
Yeah, people who say celebrities are dicks if they piss them off and they react.
But there are some I believe they are. because I do believe that it's possible for some to have like a god complex.
True.
No, but the thing is, this is at least the second, if not third time we meet Asdis, and I tell him the same story about Slayer.
Hmm.
I'm getting disappointed.
Maybe I made likes hearing the story.
No, he's just definitely intelligent. I, as a not Pantera fan, can already see you write Pantera wrong. You're getting me more angry and angry. Ja, hij is zachter. Nee, het is de microfoon. Hij kan niet harder. Everything's at max, so... And we're not doing that one thing again, that sucked. With you making louder. I said you wrote Pantera wrong. And then this is the third time we have the same conversation about Slayer. It's also my weirdest special edition because it's an LP, but it's on 6.66 inches, so it's a fun gimmick, but you do not want to play it for fun.
Yeah, how do you
Changing the discs.
you say it runs at, or is it? Do they actual LPs 6.66
Yeah.
inch? Yeah.
6.6, so it's smaller than 7 inches, but it's the whole album, so you got like 7 discs.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah,
So it's not like a normal LP where you can at least listen to half the album.
true.
You literally got to keep standing next to your record player.
Hmm.
So it's more a gimmick, but it's cool.
Yeah, I have the Prodigy released the Invaders Must Die album on 7 inches, but I've never played them. I just kept them in the box.
Yeah, same. With the Slayer. Well, I did open it. I wanted to see him, but... But yeah. Yeah, maybe I just have to get back to the other mic. It's just... This one has better quality, but it's just meant for instruments. So it also has a lot of protection for it against clipping and stuff, so it doesn't really... It is meant to be set in front of like a studio amplifier. But we'll see. Are these software for boosting? What?
I know that banana mixer I mentioned before has brought out a new version I need to check out.
Mixer?
There's a the Banana Studios made like a audio mixer software that I know some streamers use to balance their microphone, but there's a new version out. So I'm wondering if that's any easier to use for mixing inputs. But I need to check it out.
Yeah. What were you afraid they were on the list from? Slayer? Don't be like Larry. Now you have to make sure if Slayer is on there. Y'all don't know me. Yeah, along with Iron Maiden. Fun fact about meeting the guitar player and not liking Slayer. I was with a friend that actually dislikes Slayer and he refused to take the picture for me.
That's a bit of a dick move.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a weird one. It was one of, you know, the people that don't really like it when others have different tastes than them.
Okay, yeah.
And he took that to the extreme. As in actually calling me at night because he checked out my anime list to see what I watched and he wasn't agreeing on it. And my father needed a new TV because the old one died after years of service.
Hmm.
He asked me to put my father on the phone so he could tell him which brands were forbidden or not. Since he hated Samsung. He has a very, very deep hatred for Samsung.
Oh. How weird.
Yeah. And my father ended up not buying a Samsung. It was just at coincidence that at that point in time, the one we now have, the Sony, was just the best price valued one. But it could have been a Samsung, could have been an LG, doesn't matter. It just happened to be the Sony.
Yeah.
He told me that I had to tell my father that he was happy he listened to him. I didn't do that.
Yeah, I suppose you'd like to take the credit then for telling him what to buy.
Yeah. He's the one reason I never had a public Spotify list.
Oh, yeah, I can.
When I did use it, I literally didn't share that with anyone. He's the reason I do not like Witcher 3. I liked The Witcher 3 until he was completely obsessed with the damn game to the point of calling me when I wasn't playing The Witcher 3 on PlayStation. Why are you playing insert other game in Witcher? We should play Witcher 3. Scheming, yeah?
Yeah, this guy sounds like he needs professional help.
Yeah, and he didn't like Slayer, so I was like, okay, hold my phone. He was like, you know, I do not agree with you liking that band, so I will not, how do you say, support this behavior. So I gave it to 3 random Polish dudes that barely spoke English, and they could have just thought it was a gift.
Yeah.
But they didn't, and I got my picture, but...
That's good. 'Cause,
yeah, he's weird. He wasn't always like this, by the way. It's not like I met him like this and I was like, yeah, let's be friends.
That's
So he
good to hear.
developed over time.
Yeah, if you was like that when you met him and was like, yeah, let's be friends, I'd be a little bit worried about your mental state.
Yeah, who are you making friends with these people for?
But there's no contact no more now.
Ah, that's good.
No big fight. It just was like, okay, this is. It was only this kind of things.
Yeah, I've had friends in the past that, so they seem kind of like fun or like sort of cool to hang out with, and then they start kind of revealing more of themselves and go, maybe they will change or stop doing this behaviour, and they go, nah, this person seemed okay, but there's too much stress to be around.
Yeah. Okay, tell me when you have a place to build, like, then we'll do the shooting range. Yeah. Loop? I need to Google something. Loop?
Oop.
It said in chat, so I don't know.
Oh. Depends what's looping.
This is the biggest sale I've seen on Ajax shirts during a season, so not last season shirts. They're less than 60 euros now.
Oh, that is cheap.
Yeah. I also think they're ugly this year, though. Maybe I'm not the only one, and that's the reason.
Turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Man United shirts at the very least are like probably, well, they were, last shirt I bought was probably about yes, about 60, 70 in pounds.
That's not even that much nowadays.
No.
I think most I see in Manchester United, Barcelona, Ajax doesn't matter. It's all around 100 to 120 euros.
Yeah. Yeah, I only own the one Man United shirt, and it's like, well, it must be easily, I want to say like it's probably 6 or 7 seasons ago now, if not more.
I have one home shirt from Ajax from like 6 seasons ago.
Yeah.
because the home shirts don't change that much.
Hmm.
And I've got 3 away shirts, I think.
Oh, cool.
Completely black one. A blue one with like an African tribal design on the collar and the sleeves. I like that one.
Ooh.
And a Bob Marley was a Ajax fan,
Ah,
and also Amsterdam is known for weed, so that ties
True.
into reggae.
yeah.
Ajax always plays Bob Marley songs during the halftime.
Ah,
So they did a special edition Bob Marley shirt
yeah.
3 or 4 seasons ago,
Right.
but only for Champions League. So they didn't only wore it like in European the Champions League games.
Right.
So, but I bought that one as well.
Nice.
It's like completely black with the Adidas stripes in the reggae color, so
Ah,
green, red, yellow, or red, yellow, green.
yeah, yeah.
And where normally it's the 3 Amsterdam crosses, they put 3 birds, 3 little birds.
Oh, yeah. That sounds a cool design.
Nah, do your thing, lady.
Yeah, most of the Manchester designs are kind of obviously red, but then a variation of white and black, kind of other shapes. So, like the one I have was when they had the big black chevron, like the almost like the V shape on the chest.
Yeah.
And since then they've gone back to like the white stripes on the shoulders. And yeah, they keep changing designs slightly each season, just to probably get people to buy the new shirt.
Yeah, and I have 2 Barcelona shirts.
Nice.
I have like the 4 to 5 seasons ago home shirts, which just like most teams doesn't change that much each year, so
Yeah.
I'm not buying the new one. And the biggest Ajax player, Johan Cruyff, he also made Barcelona. He also got really big in Barcelona. And to like remember him, they 1 year used the same away shirt that he had when he had his first season with them in the 60s.
Oh,
And I brought that back, so I bought
Yeah.
that one as well.
nice.
It's like completely yellow with the Barcelona colors, like from the right shoulder to the left to the lower left, so diagonal across your body.
Cool.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, they did. They did. Not their biggest one, that's Camp Nou, but like some like the training fields are named after him, and when you go to Camp Nou, there's a big Johan Cruyff statue. Same with the arena.
Nice.
There's a lot of like friendship between Ajax and Barcelona.
Oh, that's interesting.
They also do a lot of development together, with like youth development.
Yeah.
But most teams have some like ties to other teams, I know. I don't think there's any English clubs we have ties to. I know Feyenoord has ties to Liverpool. I
Okay.
don't like Feyenoord.
Hmm.
They're our enemy. That part sometimes maybe. But borrowing is from like yeah, let's build something like we died last game, so that sucks. Because of because of one of our own players. He fairly calmly passed towards the uh, the attacker from the enemy team, who then immediately scored.
Yeah, that's gonna be frustrating.
Yeah. But then again, it was like 3 big games in 1 week.
Yeah, like, probably tired or not.
Really tired they were.
Still frustrating to see though.
There's like within Dutch football, there's like 3 traditional top teams. The only 3 that have a lot of championship wins, and the only 3 that are like constantly within Euro or Champions League. And they face those 2 because the third is Ajax. You do not face yourself.
True.
Within 1 week, one on Wednesday and one on Saturday. And Thursday after, immediately EuroLeague.
Oh,
Then Sunday after, the number 5 of the competition. Oh, like that's just wrongly scheduled.
yeah, that's
Gave him 4 heavy games. Just put some random, we call them fence closers in there,
yeah.
ones at the bottom. But they didn't. No, the Dutch football organization thing was like, let's fuck them. And they won 3 out of 4.
That's pretty good going. Huh?
Last one tied. Feyenoord 0-2. It was an away game. PSV, the current number 1 that hadn't lost a game all year until they met Ajax 3-2. The EuroLeague against the Israel team, the aftermath of that,
Yeah.
5-0. And then they were tired.
Yeah.
I mean, I was tired even from watching. There was literally players, just like the last game, there was literally players falling down, with cramps in the legs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's build something like that. Let's not just shoot. This place is fine. Concrete. I'm gonna try to make a duck. Oh, Ten Hag, that's how you pronounce it,
Yeah.
was at the last game in the audience just watching.
Okay.
So I wonder if he's going back to work in the Netherlands.
Yeah. So I suppose if he feels he suits the Dutch football a bit better.
I don't know. I hope Van Nistelrooy fails. I hate him. He's
Yeah.
from the wrong team.
Yeah, I think he's only supposed to be temporary. I think until they're finding a permanent one.
You only know him for the playing, but in the Netherlands he's always been for one of the arch enemies.
Ah, okay, yeah,
He was one of the coaches as well 2 years ago, one of their star players.
right,
So no, yeah. But in the Amsterdam region he's not loved.
right. At the very least, I hope while he's in charge, then they start winning games.
I mean, for you I hope, but for me, I hope he fails so bad that Manchester also fires him and he can never get a job anymore.
Well, there's that. Yeah, the temporary managers only tend to be in there for a short time, so hopefully we get someone good. But I honestly thought Ten Hag would do well. Hag would
Erik ten Hag.
I was kind of hoping you'd do well because he seems a good coach, but maybe the English team is just not easy to work with.
I've heard so. I've heard that England is a difficult country to coach anyway compared to others.
Yeah,
People easily angry at you. There's the press is like horror.
hmm.
They say.
Yeah, it'd be a case of like anything that looks like you did a bad job, they say you're the worst manager. You miss a goal or something, that player looks like they shouldn't be in the team anymore. So lots of pressure.
Ja, hij is van PSV van Nistelrooy. Fucking hoer. I made a mistake. But I've heard that Van Nistelrooy is loved within Manchester.
Yeah, he's good. He's got a good reputation with the local team, so.
The current captain from Ajax comes from the Premier League, but I don't remember which team.
Okay.
His name is Henderson.
Henderson rings a bell. I know that name.
Well, I like him so far.
Nice.
I made a rubber duck.
Nice.
Nice dog.
Yeah, thank you. have a quick look what Paul and Nix are building. Now you're building a road.
Yeah.
Cool. Towards your own house.
Yes.
Yeah, I keep giving up on my castles.
Ah.
I'll just see my own, my Church of Satan as my home.
That sounds good enough.
Yeah, I should make a portal to hell there, like in the basement. I found a game I was telling you about online, the opposite of your game. You're the
Oh,
king's
yes.
henchman, and you have to get money from the peasant by hitting them with a stick.
Okay, yeah. I remember he's mentioning the game.
It was nostalgic to play.
Nice.
It was definitely, as a child, I lost quite easily, but it was too easy now.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Kept winning. That's quite good. Bless you.
Actually,
One tight.
Thanks.
I do want it within. kind of want to use dynamite or maybe. I'll not do that. Yeah, I've got black bats in my house.
Oh, cool.
That's nice. Torch. There's like no black doors. Fuck him. Journaling always so dark. the secret. No, that doesn't work either. My plans for the secret. Uh, Passage way is difficult.
Huh.
I don't want it to change too much of the appearance of the church. I don't just want some random staircase, you know?
Hmm.
And just ladders is boring, you know? That's not
Yeah.
turret time in life. It needs to be a cool staircase. I don't want to change that much. Maybe I'll just do it behind the altar. Why not? Let's see how this goes. It's been a while since I did like building.
I suppose it takes a bit of planning to do.
I didn't plan this at all.
Oh, just completely.
Okay,
Oh, that's really cool.
no, nothing's built yet. Just trying to build a basement underneath my church. It's difficult because it's dark. Yeah, this staircase you can ignore, like we're not using that one. Just put some temporary lights because this is the So is there any teams you like hate with a passion, like I have with Feyenoord,
Not really.
PSV,
Sort of
ADO?
closest would be Chelsea, I suppose,
Yeah, nice.
but not with a passion.
Do you like Tottenham?
Don't really care about Tottenham.
Yeah, I don't care about them personally, but they won from us in the half finals in Champions League in a way that we were till. I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say the last 10 minutes we were what is it, winning.
Yeah.
Then they won in the end.
Ah.
So it's more of a feeling of disappointment and hurt than. I mean, I understand they want to win, and they did so in a convincing way.
Yep.
And did a good job, I guess. And nowadays it wouldn't have happened if it was the same game, because this was still around the rules with the away games give you double points.
Oh yes.
So I'll add it up if it wasn't like that Ajax would have won.
Right.
Away goals count for 2. No, that was kinda. It's a.
Hmm.
Well, things happen, you know.
Yeah.
That's, it's still just a game. So for at least a year, I really hated them.
Right.
Now I'm like, thanks for the light. I should stream Sims once.
Yeah. As long as you haven't got the mods on.
I would have to turn some off. At least the sex mods, but I wonder, is it bannable on Twitch if I have the drug dealing mods, do you think?
I don't know. It's not something I'm too familiar with. I know if you purposely add sex into a game, then that could be bannable. If it's part of the game but not the purpose of the game, I think that's okay. Like if you're playing The Witcher and there's a sex scene, that's just part of the game. It's not about that scene. It's just part of the story, and that's okay.
Yeah, well, my Sims isn't about sex.
No, but I suppose because you've added it in,
Yeah.
it becomes slightly more risky. But I don't know about the drugs. I'm not sure what the drug rules are.
No, same. I'm not gonna take this.
Yeah, probably best not.
They're weird with it anyway. I've told you I've had banned emotes because of that drug related essay. But then my other weed emote was allowed. Black weed and pink weed were banned.
Right.
Pink weed is okay.
Yeah.
which one is most realistic. To put it. Maybe they got like a new team on the emotes. That the read one I actually had on my first Twitch run already.
Right. Yeah, so maybe they got to have a new rules or new team or something like that.
Some people were telling me like you should just complain, but oh shit, that's the thing now. Huh? I don't want that. I've been removing the ceiling,
Ah,
change it to, but then I see that my field of grass will also change to rocks. I just need to do it one tile lower. Otherwise it won't look good. It's okay. I could make it bigger, maybe that's better. Bigger is better. But yeah, you made me decide on the name because I was also really searching for the project name.
right. Yeah, 'cause I thought it's a cool name, but I don't think it goes so well with the comic. But I like.
When you pick won by like 6 votes from like the 8 people or like now 10 people I asked, so
Okay.
it was 7, even like 7 to 10,
Yeah.
7 out of 10, so it was no contest anyway.
Cool.
And that's not even including me already leaning towards that one, so it only like confirmed my choice.
Awesome. I liked it. So it kind of, to me, it said it's about someone who kind of rejects,
Yes.
so maybe their past, but also has the power of a slightly mysterious background.
You are completely correct about the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 5 panels now,
Oh, cool.
which while it's slower than doing my newest chapters in the old comic, it's faster than doing the first chapter in my old comic.
Ah.
But in this part I still have to like think of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just felt it's too much of a chore to do the old one after already the long hiatus because of break I couldn't really do anything about. Because of move.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you'll get joy or inspiration to go back.
Yeah, and then the computer died and was like,
Yeah.
I really need this part of the wall. And just plant some normal blocks behind. A big basement. Can you fly up a bit, light, please? And I can fill in the last block. Thank you, Tim. I want to make the portals.
Thank you, Nix.
How did you make the one portal in it again? I want to hell. Ah, that's that is one too. Alright. You don't come to my own portal when you go back in. Holy shit, where am I? Did someone build a random portal somewhere? Because I'm completely lost.
I haven't built any portals.
So now Lisa built one. But that's not this one. I'm gonna destroy this one. Because I don't want to end up here anymore at that ending place. Thanks for still being close to my home.
I didn't go far.
I mean, at least when I go to Lisa's, it's on the track, but that one was just in a random spot somewhere in a forest now is completely lost.
Ah,
Yeah, mine are all in my house. Houses. Or near the train track.
Mm-hmm. We're back home. shit. They really need to all be certain direction. Wow, doesn't do shit. Ah. No, that doesn't work. The front face, what the fuck is a front face? How do I know which part is front face? Aha. Okay, please stop with the fire, I need to build. Ah yes, there we go. I don't know how to get back though, I'm stuck. It's literally... Oh, now I am. Okay, I need to fight the Ender Dragon now. Oh, cool. What the hell's the dragon then? It says it's nearby. Yeah, I've never done this. What the hell is the damn thing? Oh, there it is. It's fast. And people do this in survival mode, fighting the dragon.
Yeah, I've never done it myself.
Now this is my first time ever fighting it, and it's in this mode. We did have a friend that, my one friend with the other server, just like me, he never really played Minecraft, he just built things, and he was placing a random X, and then he summoned the dragon, and it kept destroying all our statues.
Oh no. Yeah.
And then we all ran around panicking because we didn't know what to do, so one friend had to fix everything on her own.
Ah.
Yeah, she had modded in survival mode, so she understood the mechanics, but
Oh.
we thought it was just a random thing.
Yeah.
wonder if you can tame one. I wouldn't mind one.
And tame the Ender Dragon. That's an interesting sound.
Yeah? Did you hear?
Like a bass and kind of falling things.
My music?
I think it came through the game.
You kicked from the game?
No, the sound came through the game.
Maybe because I killed the dragon?
Maybe.
And then you spawn where you start, near the flags. Okay. No, I just like having the portals. I'm gonna have a look around that. What do to a building? I can search for you what I did. I still your road?
Yep.
That's a nice road. Very
Yeah.
neat.
Thank you.
Like the Romans built it.
Yes, very straight.
Nice color. And what is Nick doing? I remembered something in the water. I can't see it yet. Now it feels like a sports field or something.
Oh,
Look at
yeah.
the flower.
Decided to change what I'm doing.
Sorry, what? My music's a bit loud.
I decided to change what I'm doing.
Now I'm gonna see what this. A house. Cool. Oh, that moss like wall's very nice with it.
Thank you. I thought I need to have something a bit different from the dirt.
Yeah. Yeah, time. But I've said that already.
So have you had a busy weekend, or you're not sure why you're tired?
Not sure why. Was I busy this weekend? Can't even remember.
So busy you can't remember.
Oh, no. Yeah, like I said in the description of the stream, I'll continue till dog walking time today. Normally I do a bit after. Today, it's not in the cards.
That's fair enough.
So, if you will you continue after?
Maybe for a short time. See how I feel.
Well, that's in 30 minutes. So, if you are like, yeah, sure, then I'll let you know. If we all go offline at the same time, then I won't.
Cool. Okay. I shall think.
Oh yeah. I'll just do the tour once. And then I think it's fun when I go on the tour. There's like all the statues, you know, the pixel art and stuff. It's all different colors. So when we ride the tour, my ambient light always goes crazy. You know, you can't see that because it's literally on the other side of my screen where my camera is, but I see it.
Ah, so it picks up on the screen color.
Yeah, yeah, I've got like ambient light around my main well, technically my secondary screen, but my secondary screen is my main screen.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because we don't. Main screen is where Windows sends the push notifications, and we don't want that during games.
True.
The place where I do the most is where I receive nothing.
Yep.
And that one has ambient lighting, yeah, so
Cool.
whatever colors are at near the sides, it goes with LEDs on the wall behind it.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. My secondary screen was a €6 one from a thrift store. So it technically, according to Windows, is main screen.
Yeah.
Like at first it was like main screen, that's where I need to game and stuff, but it took me 2 streams to realize I wanted the other way around.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And even with streamer mode on, sometimes something just comes through.
Yeah. So I tend to capture just the thing I'm using.
Yeah, it's not only for stream when you see it, but sorry. It just irritates me myself when I can't.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
So I put it on the secondary screen and I only see him if I want to.
Cool.
think Lisa does the same.
Yeah, I have it with Steam when I have friends coming on and offline, or they start the game, or
I turned that off anyway.
okay.
I do get notifications when you three join my Stardew save
Okay, yeah.
from Steam itself, not only Stardew.
Right.
Oh, that's not great, I guess.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Sounds like I'm bored. I'm not. Just tired. Maybe the football also took an impact on my energy.
Yeah, that's kind of been quite stressful or emotional, maybe.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
like every second I'm awake, I'm drawing. So.
Okay, yeah. You've been busy, even if you're not feeling busy.
Yeah. There's also a lot of the writing that is still. I honestly don't really know where we're going yet with the story, so I only know the first part. And my other one, I literally had thought of most of when I was like 18, and it always was on the shelves. So that's kind of why it feels bad to abandon that one because it is the main thing I always wanted to make.
Yeah.
But it's just not the time anymore. No.
Uh,
And like the setup of the other one came to me and I really liked it, but like there's no real there's only an outline,
right.
no real synopsis. We're kind of going wherever it goes. Maybe it's finally the loss of energy catching up after all the things breaking last 2 weeks.
Could be.
At least the computer and the guitar dying. But both are either replaced or repaired now. So.
That's good.
At first, I thought I only lost some. It sucked that I lost some chapters, from the other comic. But I lost way more than I thought. Like simple things I didn't think about, like templates for my ending page. That's always the
Oh,
same. The
yeah.
standard page, the template for the front page where I only have to change the image, but it still has the logo at the exact same space in the right font with the right outline percentage and stuff. Like I lost it all.
Yeah,
On
so there's
That's
a
all my custom fonts, like all of them. It's
uh,
not something I really back up, fonts.
no.
I actually, because a lot of them I was like, I don't really mind having ones because I like it, but one that was really important to me, I had the exact same one I used, was your logo
Yeah.
font. It took some time because when you get Graffiti, you get like 1000 different styles of Graffiti fonts.
Yeah.
I found it.
Hmm.
I put it there.
That's good.
I've got the name, but like you can preview in the font, the website I use. And to make sure it was yours, I put like the list on Gravity style, which had hundreds of fonts. I have
Yeah.
the example as Hug Junkie.
Nice.
Oh, I think it's called a dripping marker.
That could be it. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Did you make it yourself?
Initially, I hand drew the logo, and then a friend of mine found a font similar, which would be the one that you found,
Yeah.
and then did that font. But then another friend took that and then drew the logo kind of by hand on the computer following that font, and then kind of made it a bit more unique. So he did it kind of graphically to sort of sharpen it up a bit. Next, the logo is actually a vector image,
Yeah.
so it can be scaled as big as I need it. I've just made it just a basic size for the stream, but I have the vector version of it I can use.
Yeah, that's nice.
So very thankful for my friend doing that. He thought, well, you know what? I need some practice. I'll redo your logo.
Yeah, my one friend, which maybe you know who it is, found out about vectors that it's, cannot get blurry, it doesn't have pixels, it's infinite.
Yeah.
Which is a thing within graphical programs, and then you make it the right size you need it, then you export it as a pixel file, then you put it online or whatever.
Yes.
They got obsessed with the vector thing, which isn't like allowed on a web page.
Yeah.
So he wanted it to be as big as possible for it to be sharp, for him to put on whatever Instagram, things
Oh yeah.
along those lines.
Hmm.
And since they didn't accept his vector file and he still needed pixels, he was like, I'm gonna make it so big there can't be any pixels, which for any sane person would do.
Yeah.
So he exported one of his drawings in 64 by 64 kilometers.
Oh. Okay.
His PC didn't like it
No.
at all. And I asked him like, well, why? Yeah, so it won't get blurry. Like, where do you want to upload it? He was like, yeah, Instagram and those kind of places. I was like,
Yeah. Instagram
even
makes.
if they accept it, they're gonna like scale it down anyway.
Yeah. Like Facebook, and I'm sure Instagram's the same, will scale it down to it. It will kill the quality. Like if you're an artist and you want to show off your art, you don't use Instagram or Facebook to show your full quality because it would never be.
Over 64 kilometers anyway. Like, did he want to like cover the whole city of Amsterdam?
Yeah.
It's dumb. But he makes more choices.
Hmm.
Surprising me every day. I've been knowing him for 15 years.
Ah.
Now there's 13. And every day there's a new surprise. But like really, people like this is like it's possible for the human to think or do this,
Hmm.
Keeps life interesting.
Yeah,
I collect weirdos.
it seems so. You managed to find Nixon, I.
You're the most normal people I know compared to most I know.
I'll take it as a compliment.
Yeah. Definitely one of the most stable. I mean, think about the story I told beginning of Steam about that one old friend.
Yeah, yeah. There's some very unstable people.
Really? Tired.
Yeah, not long to go before Top Walk.
Yeah. And the fuck part is that like our dogs are nice, but they're insane,
Hmm.
and they always feel when you're a bit weaker, and they exploit that.
Ah,
Whenever I'm tired or sick, they're trying to get closer to the border of misbehaving a bit further because they feel like I'm weaker, so they are stronger.
yeah.
That's annoying. We had Uno in our house yesterday.
Oh yes.
It was like a tornado, you know.
Oh,
And then he threw, he flipped over his the water the ball for the dogs.
yes.
But I have like a wooden floor, so that doesn't really like water.
Ah, yeah.
But he cleaned it real fast. But he kept stealing the towels.
Ah,
He did try to help.
He did try to help.
He tried to lick the water off the floor, but by trying to help, he made a bigger mess.
oh dear. At least he tried.
Nonya bit me playfully, but still too hard. She likes to check how far she can go with that.
Yeah.
This time was too far again. I got angry
Ah,
and she pretended to stop and bit me again from behind. Always fun.
yeah.
Yeah, they're very sweet, but they're hooligans.
Hmm. Yes, but there's a reason they have a reputation, I suppose.
It's the same in my other server. I think I spend more time on the tool looking at the things I made than really building. Because I just like doing the tool. I always like in amusement parks anything I can sit in a train, like if it's a roller coaster or a whatever, as long as I can sit in something and it takes me places. I like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
I especially like roller coasters that have like animatronics around it and stuff.
Oh yeah.
The same with in our biggest amusement park in Netherlands. I don't know if it's the biggest, but it's our most, at least our most famous Dutch one. It's like a real Dutch amusement park. Is the Efteling. We have Walibi World, which was formerly Six Flags.
Okay.
It's not that different compared to most American amusement parks, I think. But Efteling is like our Disney. They has like our own team with
Right.
They have this one roller coaster around the Pirates, but the Flying Dutchman,
Okay.
and you go past all these ships and pirate animatronics while you're in the roller coaster, like crashes everywhere. Oh, I like things like that.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, you too, if you come to the Netherlands, you should, if you have the time and money, of course,
Yeah,
because amusement parks are expensive.
of course.
And I would definitely advise you of not going if you visit here during any like regular break, you know, go during summer vacation or Christmas break, spring break, all those, you're gonna stand 3-hour lines.
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
But let's say you both take the time in a regular, let's say April week. You know, it's okay. Then I
Yeah.
would go there. It's really, yeah, it's a very like staple of Dutch culture, the Efteling.
Hmm.
You know, it is all the old school European and Dutch, how do you say, fairy tales. Even like the Disney ones, but not in a Disney way, like old school brothers.
Brothers Grimm.
Yeah, I've never been to Winter Efteling. Like, they did remove some attractions because they were built in a long time ago when we had different standards.
Right.
They were seen as a bit racist.
Yeah.
But it
Yes.
wasn't, you know, it wasn't done to harm anyone. It's just different times. And yeah, so they removed one with a very black. I mean big, but he was
Mm.
black. Very big indigenous African man in like with a spear and a bone through his nose called
Ah.
Monsieur Cannibal.
Right.
And you would have to sit in a cooking pot that would like spin around a lot, and you were being cooked by the cannibal.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Around 2000 something, people were like, "Yeah, we can't do this anymore."
Yeah. No.
But as a child, I've been in that yeah particular attraction. Right.
Yeah.
I've been once during the middle of summer break, you know, from summer vacation.
Yes.
With my whole family. Everything was normally we go like, oh, there's one you have this one random day off of school we were going, then it's okay. But this was just in the middle of August. It was so busy. It's so crowded. Like 3-hour wait lines, 3.5-hour wait lines.
Ooh. Yeah.
At some point, we only did it once. I may have told you it's a bit unethical, but me and my cousin were so fed up with waiting lines, and my grandmother didn't like roller coaster anyway. We took her wheelchair and pretended it was ours, and so we could cut the line.
Right.
And we just put her on a bench somewhere with cigarette. She likes smoking.
Okay.
Just borrows her wheelchair like it's ours, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, I suppose as long as she was happy.
Let herself be like helped inside by the employees to make it seem real.
Yeah.
Then I walked out normally because I had what I wanted anyway.
Yeah. It might have been a shock for them and go, ah, he seems to walk now.
Your roller coaster fixed me.
Mm-mm.
It's a miracle. Yeah, that one. Like. No, that's the other one you like. That one they also changed. The one you mean they also changed. We had this. I think Disney has it as well, so maybe you know it. It has a lot of parks have this. You go into like a small ride, and you go slowly past all the cultures of the world. It's called Small World.
I've
Don't
seen.
know it?
I think I've seen it on like on a video, but I'm not sure.
Yeah,
What do you think
people
here?
were like, okay, we're doing this way too stereotypical, so we gotta change that.
Ah, yeah.
No, we did.
It's good.
And no, not the teacups. It's like you were flying like in pots, being cooked by a cannibal. That looked very stereotypical African indigenous person.
Yeah, kind of painted them as like a savage, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, the French song called Monsieur Cannibal.
Hmm.
I own a CD where that's on. When I was a child, we always went with my grandmother, mostly not in summer, and she bought me every time she bought some souvenirs. And one of them was the theme park soundtrack. So like all the songs from all the attractions, I own it.
Okay.
I still own it. So
Hmm.
since some of the rides disappeared, maybe it's gonna be worth it.
That is true.
I wouldn't sell it anyway.
No.
It's like teacup, maybe yes. But yeah, if you want like something to say, I did a really Dutch thing as a tourist, go there.
Cool. Okay. We'll keep that on the list.
It's also very well known for now. It's smart because it's like it's like very well known. It's like a just a thing there, and it really how do you say encourages people to not throw crap on the floor, especially children, because they made it more fun to throw things in a garbage bin. Because
Ah.
instead of regular garbage bins, they have like this very fat-looking dude
Right.
with a mouth.
Okay.
When you and there's like a speaker in them that they keep asking you for food,
Right. Yeah.
and if you put your trash in there, they thank you. So children love that.
Oh yeah. Children will go for like any kind of fun game for throwing trash.
So there's not much trash there because people actually want to throw things in there.
Yeah.
Translated there would be called like empty fat Gijs. Gijs is a name.
Right.
But I also think that's fun. Like they have this. You ever been in Disney?
I have not. No.
Oh, within Disney you have the Pirates of the Caribbean, right?
Oh yes.
You're in a boat and go like past all these animatronics of pirates fighting and stuff.
Yeah.
And the Efteling has that, and it's older than the Disney one. It's really old. About like Arabian Nights.
Okay.
So it's just all like these Aladdin inspired Arabian scenes with like historical Middle Eastern men fighting in deserts and palaces and stuff, like a bit Prince of Persia like as well, you know?
Yeah.
Fata Morgana. And I've been in that one a lot, and the last time I went was with my grandmother, so this was around 2014. They actually at the end they put a doner kebab store, so
Ah.
it was new. So if you're, I would have understand if people were like in that mood, they're like, I'm okay with all these Arabian things. I'm in the mood for some kebab, and then it was.
Mm.
It's a smart.
Yeah.
I actually wouldn't mind going again at some point because my favorite one was the. Yeah, my favorite one was the haunted house,
Yeah.
and it was really old. Like this park is from before. I think around the time my parents were children was already there. And the haunted house is one of the original ones.
Right. Yeah.
So it was declared like unsafe to enter at some point, like 5 years ago.
Gotcha.
Just like the structure of the building. So they completely demolished it and made a modern one with the same feel as the old one they said, and then modernized. So I'm kind of curious about that.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just in a ride with cheap jump scares like the most. It was kind of like a show. You like enter this haunted house, and they make you think like you walk through it, and then outside again to the backyard, but you're still inside. You know.
Okay. Yeah.
And behind glass there's like this big garden with also a graveyard and with the church, and then the show starts with all these how to say they make with like mirrors, you know, they can like make ghosts with light and mirrors.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
and you get like all these ghosts dancing on the graveyard, like playing music and like violin in your ear. I always loved it.
Hmm.
I was went like 4 times in a row,
Nice.
and they changed it a bit now. But they said that the old stuff is there, but we made it more modern.
Right.
Spokehouse, well, like ik noem gewoon Spokehouse. Spookslot? Only it's half already, so. Yeah, it's half already. So I'm going on my ending screen. And well, you can keep ending. Yeah. I can wait 2 minutes, but normally I walk around half. But I'll be going for around 50 minutes, but then I will go sleep. I don't know why. But walking takes around 50 minutes, so 15. So you can have a long ending screen with the music if you want. So you two, thanks. I'll be offline. I'm literally collapsing.
Okay. Well, if I don't speak to you, hope you have a good rest.
Oh, I will. You keep on playing?
I'll keep on playing for a few more minutes.
Yeah, if I'm back and I see you live, I'll just raid you. Otherwise, I'll just go offline.
Sure. Okay.
I'll go out myself. Good night.
Okay. Good night.
Thanks for the games.
Good night.
What you up to next?
Just figuring out what to build, really.
Yeah. Whereabouts are you? You still where you were before?
Yeah.
See if I can find you. I finished pretty much, well, yeah, let's say I finished the walkway from your village to my little house. Where'd you go from your castle to find you?
Just follow the track all the way down, basically.
All the way down, sort of like
Back to
back towards.
back towards the Union
start.
Jack and
Okay,
yeah.
cool. So I do remember seeing you work on stuff. I can't remember where. Okay, yeah, Union Jack. Go past the TARDIS. Past the haunted house. Ah, there you are. Okay, so you just blanked it off, thinking what to build. Hi. So you're thinking about building a building of some sort? Is that coming through? Yeah, it's coming through.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just counting.
That's okay. Hey there, Arthur. How's it going? Hope you're having a good Monday. Catching towards the end of the stream. We won't be on for too much longer, but we will be for a little bit. Welcome into the stream. As you're new here, so we'll just let you know, we do get a lot of people trying to sell services of any sorts. We don't buy or authorize any kind of selling salesman or any services, but you're welcome in to chat, hang out and all that. How's your stream going? How is your health? Oh, that's very kind of you to ask. Doing pretty good considering. Stream's going alright, nice and quiet. We always chill on Monday. We like being creative here. All very much about the arts and making stuff. Playing on PC, so this is a Java edition. We haven't got any mods or anything on here. We just playing straight Java because we like creative mode. It's great, glad to hear. So we're just watching next here. Build something. I think I've started playing this game, so what's your opinion? Well, Minecraft has many modes. Creative is probably the most chilled, so you can add and remove blocks with a single click on PC and with a single tap on console. So you don't have to worry about finding materials, you just kind of bring up your entire catalogue and pick what you want, make what you want, which is quite fun. We made a lot of stuff on this server. We have a little track to go and watch it all. But the survival mode is your typical kind of survive, find food, find resources, build things, tech trees and all that. One of the more kind of typical survival modes. Thanks for advising, no problem at all. So, we usually stream with a lot of people. You've come in just as most people have signed off, so it's a bit quieter at the moment. Otherwise we'd have a bit more activity going on. A lot more talking. You suggest my overlay's not looking good. What is not good? This is a high quality overlay. It was made and purchased myself. Certain elements were purchased, certain elements were made, commissioned. No, it's not looking good. What would you suggest for a brick-based overlay? Considering not selling anything, of course. As a viewer, it's not looking good to you. What's that? You don't like the my theme of the cracked wall, breaking down the wall. I'm very much about rebellious kind of streams. Yeah, don't like bricks? Well, that's cool. I like bricks. If I do this, for instance, there's even more bricks. Look at all those bricks. We got even more bricks. We got all the bricks. We like bricks here. Dude, did do a lot of Lego based games and brick based games. So bricks are the theme of the stream. No, don't do bricks. Oh, that's good. Well, if you don't want to do bricks, you don't have to do bricks. But I like bricks, so I do bricks. Everyone's stream looks the same these days. It's just a person on a stream of a game. Where's the fun in that? Like, everyone has the same stream. And if you looked at like preview, would you notice my stream straight away? Did you see my stream stand out from everyone else's stream?
Bricks.
Bricks. We have all the bricks. See, I like these bricks. Even more bricks within the bricks. We heard you like bricks, so we put your bricks in the bricks. If I get really close to these bricks now, it's just bricks all the way down. Put your bricks in your bricks on your bricks. We're all about bricks here. Yeah, I was a Lego YouTuber for a while. You have samples. Oh. Better overlay. Yeah, I've seen better overlays, and everyone uses the same overlay. So why do I want to look like every other stream? Ah, so you're not trying to sell me anything, you tell me. I won't be buying anything from you or exchanging money, you mean? At all, at any point in my life. Is that what we're saying? Anything you give me is 100% free. Forever. Yeah, if you can point me in a direction, you can say where the best place to get free overlays from. Can't type any websites, but you're not a seller right now. But you might be a seller in the future. Yeah, do you know a company that has a good place to find overlays? Because I've looked at them all, and they're all very basic. They're just kind of like coloured stripes and coloured blocks. Now, if you're an intelligent person, Arthur, you should already know that. If you're so smart about overlays, you should know what my Discord is. Ah, so here we go. You do art decorations for streamers and content creators for more than 3 to 4 years, but you've not made a single penny. That's very kind of you. But yeah, my channel's been decorated by people I know. Like all the graphics around here from people I know. Very talented artists. You made a lot. Awesome. I made this as well. We're both people who make things. How about that? Yeah, if you're giving stuff away for free, you can post a post where you can download it for free. If you've done a lot of streamers, can you tell me which streamer you have done? And I shall look at their stuff. Of all the streamers you've done, you must have a few streamers you can tell me. I bet you're looking for a streamer that looks the best now. Because out of all the popular streamers, they don't have overlays. Because they usually have green screens for starters. But I don't have a green screen. So I go for the next best thing. I go for graphics. I go for nice, unique, personal overlays that no one else on Twitch even has. If you can't tell me a streamer you've worked with, then I'm afraid I can't believe you. What makes you different from the 100 other people that make overlays? Why are you unique? If you can't verbally tell me why you are unique, then you have to show me. Doesn't really sound convincing to me. Because if I have to see a portfolio, then yeah, you're not really selling it. Showing you my client's proof on Discord. Yeah, well, that's well, you've not found my Discord yet, so you just point me in the direction of one streamer you've worked with. Just one. Well, that's very kind of direct there. Now, if you really wanted to work with me, you'd be a lot friendlier than that. You okay there, Nix? You seem to have a slight cough.
No. Yeah, I've got a bit of a tickle in my throat.
Yeah. See, look at all this artwork I've done. Here's my artwork. It's all blocky like the bricks that I like. You want to do work? I thought you've already done a lot of work. So if I go to your Twitch channel right now, you should have a lot of your stuff on your Twitch channel. Let's have a look. Let's go to your Twitch channel. As an artist, of course, you should have a lot of your art on here. I can see your profile picture. Have a look at that. Yeah, it's a bit of a poor quality, that. Yeah, the line work isn't great. It's not bad. It's not great. Haven't got any links on your Twitch channel. Yeah, not really selling me on your Twitch there. As someone who does art for Twitch channels, I think yours would be better than that. That's a bit of a shame. Now, the best way to demonstrate is to lead by example. Like, your channel would be the best channel on Twitch if you're a good artist. Yeah, do you have like a Deviant art page or anything? You don't show off, but I thought you wanted to show off. I thought you wanted to show me stuff. Like an artist who is proud of their work usually shows things off. Otherwise they don't tend to get work. Like people will be begging you to work with you. But if they have to get into private contact with you to just find out what you even look like on your work, seems like a lot of work just to work with you. Oh, wrong colour. Let's go for that colour. Jungle planks. Yeah, even your Twitch profile picture is such a low quality. So here's a bit of advice for you, Arthur. I'd recommend, as an artist, use a higher quality profile picture. Twitch does allow for high quality pictures. Definitely, if you're using your Twitch account to kind of look for work, I'd recommend having some of your work on your Twitch channel as you're kind of communicating through Twitch. Definitely have something on your page. People can instantly connect to you through the website they're currently streaming on, and people go, oh yes, I can see your profile picture is really detailed and something unique. I can see you using Goku, which is a copyrighted character, so typically you'd want to go for something a bit more unique than that. Yeah, let's have a look at what else can we say. Yeah, I kind of like the way you've written your name in your profile picture and on your banner is more kind of Dragon Ball Z, so I can see you're very much into Dragon Ball Z, but those images on your banner you didn't draw, they're kind of taken as a background. So you've not designed your own banner. So that doesn't really fill me with confidence. So if I take your banner here, just your favourite character. Yeah, but I would have had something personally that I made. Like, obviously Arthur's written, you can see that's been put over it. Like, if you go to the banner on my page, that is completely designed 100%. That's not taking any of kind of copyrighted materials. Sort of actually art, paint on paper and then digitized. So that's how unique that is. So you can't get any better than that, an actual painting. So if I'm using like actual unique to me art, and you're saying using copyrighted materials is better, that's not really selling it for me. Like, I can understand, yeah, Goku might be your favourite thing, Dragon Ball might be your favourite thing, but as an artist, then sort of I would have expected to see something truly unique. But I'm not seeing anything unique about your Twitch channel, so I'm not sure if you could make my Twitch channel unique and unseen. Hey Dealer, how's it going? Stream didn't start on YouTube. Oh, sorry to hear that. I reckon my my Restream client is playing up. I do apologise, Dealer. I'm gonna have to poke around at it but they've changed something on the streaming setup. But I'll be probably dropping Restream because I think it renews. I think it's going to renew by the end of the year, so I'm probably going to drop it and work out my own multi-stream setup and probably code something a bit more stable. So I'm glad you dropped over to Twitch to say hello, because you'd be lost otherwise. Thanks for giving me a reason to make a Twitch account, though. I was putting it off for a while. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you for considering me worth doing so. That's very kind of you to make a Twitch account just to, well, not just for me, but for the purpose of it at least. Yeah, I'll try and test my YouTube stream. I don't know what's going on there, because that's annoying, because it takes me extra work to set up the YouTube stream. And for it not to actually work is a waste of the time I put in. And it also means that you don't get to see me on your preferred streaming platform. So I'm not really happy about that. Hey, thank you for following on Twitch as well, dear dealer. You are awesome, dude. Yeah, let's make all this wood. We like wood here. We like bricks. Very much like bricks. And we like wood. If I got to raid... Oh, Jeffrey. That's okay. Got some nerves to sell emotes. Nice. It's all about selling emotes. Like, we've got a unique artist in the chat right now. Colt Hikikomori. Does anime drawings. Unique. Emotes are boring. Sell nudes. There we go. Brilliant, brilliant artist, brilliant portfolio. Stream looks good. Ever seen a naked Dutch person? Freaky. I have walked down certain streets of Amsterdam. Those are not 100% naked as far as I know. Yeah, true. Yeah, they are. They are covering bits. The emote size salad cooler. You got your own size for that. I suppose in more ways than one. Yeah, I had no interest in that. Two artists, in fact. Thesaurus Rex and Kaoto Hikikomori are two brilliant artists. You make very unique drawings, and are partially responsible for my overlays, which are far better than anything else on Twitch. Well, we have wings and spikes at places you never expect. My nudes are worth the money, of course. You know what? I think we might have scared him off. It's struggling there. I was on a call with a Dutch dude while he was shitting and was he sat on the toilet shitting while on the call? Maybe his camera. Oh, I can understand being on the call in the toilet. Sometimes that just happens to be a convenient place, but the cameras are not needed. That's not a national thing. We don't all do that. He's not normal Dutch. Now, there probably is a very unique subset of people that would do that and are into that. And I don't think we know any of them. Not that they've told us, at least. Should we... I think we should. Yeah, that looks better. I think. Maybe. Yeah, let's do that. We can probably do all this as well. Let's make all this jungle planks. Yeah, that Arthur guy was not convincing in the slightest. Claims not to be selling anything, but wants me to look at a portfolio. I'm not sure how that works. Maybe I should add it as an additional rule that I will not add anyone on Discord. Probably even have. Yeah, that looks kind of nice. Put some fencing along there, maybe. Someone asking at the you probably can't see further up the chat. There's a guy called Arthur 2K02. So that's probably out of the most of a prominent shout out he's ever had. Oh, I can see it, yeah. No, he sort of claimed was not selling anything, did not want to sell anything, but yet he wanted me to look at stream overlays, because mine was rubbish. Very polite. It's not polite. Serve you good health. Yeah, he did kind of finish with just give me your ID. So certainly not a bot. Oh shit, that's polite after. Yeah. They always start off polite. It's always like, oh, how are you? How long you been streaming for? Are you having a good time? So what's your favourite game? Your typical salesman tactic of like trying to build a other band. I was having too much fun. Like I've wasted his time. But yeah, it's a tried and tested salesman technique to kind of try and build a false relationship for the person you're trying to sell to. They go, oh, we're friends now, so we can sort of do some kind of deal where we buy sell things now. But it doesn't work like that. The thing is, a person who doesn't make friends very quickly anyway, someone trying to speedrun the process feels even more creepy. Still half his brain. Don't tell him which. I'm not sure if he would have a half left.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna go feed the cats. And
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably log off shortly then. I'll speak to you shortly then, Nix.
yeah, speak to you shortly.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Yes, prettying up this area. Cut it diagonally and nothing in his life would change. Yes, let's do that. That feels nice to me. Let's do this here. No, I find it quite insulting, these people that come in. Because they say, well, your overlay is not good. Your emotes are not good. Like, your streamer profile picture is not good. But then what if I made that? What if I spent money for that? What if I really enjoy that? Are you saying that's what I find good and things I enjoy is not what it should be? I've said before, I don't stream to be the next big streamer. They just want money, yeah. So what you have in your stream is not good. Give me money, I make it better. But trying to insult someone's taste on the hope that they'll frankly give a shit. So, oh, that car you're driving's no good. Look at that. No one wants to be seen in a car like that. Buy this car. It's like several times the price. 9900 days show AI. Yeah, exactly, Jeffrey. Like I absolutely ripped into him because his profile picture is a badly drawn picture of Goku. That the line work on it is just, ugh. Reincarnate Michelangelo, make you some overlays, and I still call it exactly. Like if Michelangelo did my overlays. I was actually looking at some of his work earlier. Actually, I was on Google googling some stuff. Because his work, I think it was called The Flood, or depicting the flood from the Bible at least, where there's people kind of on boats and rafts and stuff. Doctors have looked at that image, and in the bottom right corner of The Flood by Michelangelo, there's a woman with her breasts exposed, but one of her breasts appears to have a lump just in her armpit area here, like quite a noticeable lump, and the nipple is slightly pulled and misshapen. So doctors are looking at it and go, well, that looks very much like it could be breast cancer. Did Michelangelo paint a woman with breast cancer? So that's quite interesting to think, well, because Michelangelo was quite knowledgeable on human anatomy. So it's like, that's quite interesting to think that. Well, you survive the flood and you get that, exactly. There's just no breaks for some people. But I found that quite interesting. I looked up and I looked a bit more of Michelangelo stuff, and I like his touch by the touch of God with the two fingers, and like the whole kind of drapey thing with like the cherubs and the angels. Sort of, it's supposedly thought to be like the shape of a brain and the legs of the brain stem coming down. So again, that's kind of Michelangelo's potential knowledge of human anatomy, saying, well, so God is in the brain and that's where life comes from. And I don't know, we don't know what he actually meant, but it seems you can take your own meaning from that, but he's saying, well, so like consciousness, maybe life, God is part of the mind, or we exist within the mind. I don't know. But the more you look at it, the more kind of anatomical stuff that he's probably put into things. But yeah, he's a I kind of reappreciate his stuff as an artist. You do know what to do. Should I make this wooden bit here? I think we should. But yeah, the thing is that that guy couldn't tell me why my overlay wasn't good. He just said it wasn't good. And you, well, if you can't tell me why, and you can't tell me why yours are better, then I can't really trust any judgment because you can't articulate why we're having this conversation. Fighting the urge to join the call and scream weird things because seeing someone alone my server is also streaming. Oh, yeah, I should really jump out, but I'm lazy. You're more than welcome to jump in and have a chat, of course. It's your stream, your server. Because I would do it in my own server, but you never know what people might jump in and do. It's a channel only you, Nick's. Okay, that's cool. No, I kind of trust generally anyone who can access that. I suppose that's the best way. You kind of limit it to people who you know that if they join the voice chat, you're not going to get in trouble. I read a summary of the book of Genesis, and the only thing I remember is the story of Solomon and Gomorrah. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I remember reading a few stories in the Bible before. The other thing is they always get misrepresented. People like to try and make their own meanings up. Which I suppose in some ways any story can have meaning applied, but you start thinking about too much meaning when the author had a very basic kind of point they were trying to make. I was discussing with one of my friends who's like an author, or at least trying to be. And it really bugs them that people who are into certain literature will read a book and try to guess what the author might have meant subconsciously or subtly within the text. The thing is, if you're writing a book, you're not trying to think of 10 different meanings within a piece of text. You just go, well, this thing happened, and this thing happened, and then this is the way they felt. And through that story, you get a feeling or like a meaning for it. It might be a love story. It might be a story depicting sort of the depression of a man dealing with things. It's not kind of has to relate to anything in particular. It's just, well, this is a story about a man, this is what he's dealing with, but here's how he got through it, or sort of like either a happy ending, or shows his strength on to succeed. And it might relate to something in the author's life. You might go, well, this is how I would have loved to been able to kind of perceive that situation in my own life, but this character did better than I did, and I wanted to make someone that I would want to be. Even I had it with my 4 small comic chapters. People tell me it was commentary on existing wars, etc., or class struggle. It was just an action story. I like to draw people shooting guns. Yeah. Automod. What did Automod? The Automod grab you, dealer? 26. Do apologise. Oh, yeah. I suppose it didn't like that word. The intention of gang rape of 2 angels is pretty crazy. Yeah. Sex-based terms. Yeah. I'll leave that setting on for now. But yeah, I can read your message at least, either. This probably doesn't really matter for me putting stuff in there. But yeah, there's a lot of harsh stuff written in there. I think this is not a book you would want children reading, and yet it's considered one of the only books that kind of fundamentalists would want a child to read. Once in a streamer's chat where Automod didn't allow the word thing. Yeah, that's a bit excessive. Used a lot in sentences. I keep getting auto warnings. What? The host of Two Angels is also offered his 2 virgin daughters, and the mob declined. Yeah, it's not a nice set of stories. It's probably very accurate in some places. Certainly, it's not something you'd want young people to read. I know a story actually had Bible study as a child. Yeah, I suppose you were probably subject to that. Fortunately I didn't. Like the closest thing we had was in British schools, at least, you have to sing Christian hymns to start the day. And I can't remember any particular teachings. Maybe some teachings. I don't know, but I very quickly went. None of this makes sense to me. I don't fully understand how that happened, but then this happened, and none of that really seems to work with me. So I just didn't go with it. And then when I got to secondary school into high school, you do the study of religion as a whole, and you look at multiple world religions. Go, actually, they're very similar stories across the world. So one story told, and then travellers told them to that, and they make it their own story. So it kind of broadens your mind that actually a lot of religions have the same stories. In Romania, they made us study religion in school, but it was not actually studying, it was just propaganda. Sorry to hear that, Dealer. Yeah, they all steal from each other and then declare the other heretic, and then start killing. Yeah, killing starts. But I'm guessing there's one or two theories that there is one kind of deity, one power that is presented to people differently. Like one religion's god is actually the same as another religion's god, but they refer to them differently and know them differently and have slightly different stories, but the thing happened. Or one story gets passed around and then they make it about their own religion, which I know Christianity does, has done anyway. That a lot of beliefs and traditions have been kind of absorbed, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's the there's the same. Your chat on screen don't have my emotes moving. Do you see them moving? No, well, not the chat on screen's not even showing the eyes. It's my Twitch. Like your pentagrams are flashing. Oh, and your eyes are moving on my Twitch channel. So they are animated on my Twitch channel, but on my screen, but actually on the stream itself, they don't appear to be. And it didn't even show all the eyes you posted. Fine by me, as long as you know. Yeah. Like my Mix It Up bot isn't showing them animated. Neither is my Restream chat bot. At least my Twitch channel, the actual Twitch channel, is animating them. I wonder if my Mix-It Up does that so for myself. There's another update for Mix-It Up I've still not installed because it says it might break my overlays. So it's like, I won't. It recommends, in big bold red writing, do not update just before stream. It's 4 seconds. It doesn't destroy anything for me. Okay, that's good. Yeah, after the stream I'll update Mix It Up. I try not to update stuff sort of just before stream because that becomes quite tricky. Probably need to have a proper bridge over here. I need to do a bit more with this lighthouse. I just kind of decided to build a lighthouse and everything else around it. Love the ad. Add new stream theme, new stream, new Steam extension. Don't think I've come across that. What's that one do, dealer? Nausea but ends with ends. Nauseum. Nauseum? In my mix it up, my emotes are animated. Okay, so yeah, that's not something they do then. That's a shame. It clicks the ads you get before it blocks. Oh, okay. So it costs people money. Ah, that's clever. I like it. And people who are supposed to be paid get paid. So everyone's a winner, apart from the people running the ads. I suppose that's a nice little light coming into there. Yeah, I've seen ones that destroy your ad profile. Similar idea, like companies collecting your ad profile go, oh, this person's really into this type of thing, because they only look at adverts for this. Well, they click on adverts for that. We'll give them more adverts for that thing. But there's plugins for your browser that will just click on random adverts, like everything. It'll just say that you're absolutely interested in absolutely everything, so it can't get an idea of what you're into, if that makes sense. It's like, rather than go, well, this person seems to be this old and they're into this and then into that, so this is what we'll try to sell them. But if you're into everything, they can't go, well, there's no point trying to target them, because you can't have targeted ads if the target's too broad. I got that track menu to generate a bunch of user data. Ah, awesome, yeah. Yeah, because your ad profile is absolutely worthless if the data is completely scrambled. I haven't seen an ad in years. I don't know if it's still like that, but back in the day I always had ads to the right of my Google search. Is that still there? I think so. I don't get ads either, because I've got ad blockers. So I don't know. I'm guessing so. Could probably do with some kind of way of getting to the top. Yeah, they saw something fairly recently as well with adverts. Well, when it was, not joking, I swear, this was around the time I solely played WoW and Googled WoW related things, and one day my top ad suggestion from Google was a link to a site that said, are you a male virgin? Click here. Not joking. Wow, that's profiling, that is. Someone must have targeted that, surely. There's like 5 ad results and a few products on the side. Okay. Now I know, like, when you do Google searches, it always throws a few adverts at the top, which is quite annoying. But one of the settings for your search is to say, I don't want the suggestions, I just want my results. Or you can actually avoid the AI response the same way as well. Like, it goes, here's an AI response to your search. Go, I don't want an AI response, because the AI doesn't necessarily pick consistent data, and you can't go off that as being solid and true. So it picks up from one website that kind of speculated. You'd have to look at the source to see if it's true or not. Yeah, I think I'll be happy with that. That's fine. could do like a nice little bridgey thing. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a bridge guns off there. Yeah, being a lighthouse is supposed to be completely isolated. Oh, okay. Probably another 5 minutes, and I'll sign off. Also, the ads from Track Me Not searching things are also collected by Ad Nauseum. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Everything you do is kind of used to try and sell you things these days. Like everything. Big business, I suppose. But it's good that there are tools to kind of limit that. I'm quite happy with this house. I found the blueprint for this house on a website called what's it called? GrabCraft. G-R-A-B Craft. And it just gives you, okay, it tells you what the first layer is, then it tells you what the next layer, and then the next layer, and you just keep building it up. But Nix's castle came from the same website, but rather than using the recommended materials, you just go, well, I want to use this instead. Obviously the area I've kind of designed myself, but there's no way I'd be able to make this kind of house otherwise. It's neat, it is. But yeah, if you're ever on Minecraft and you want to build a fancy thing, you're not quite sure, you go to grabcraft.com and you've got like subsections like castles, churches, houses, sightseeing buildings, farm buildings, military buildings, ruins. And you've got parks, gardens, bridges, roads. Then statues of animals, items, famous characters. Obviously for certain things we do on this server, making it up as you go along is a bit more fun. Or me putting a grid in Photoshop or something, yeah. Got an ad for High Five. Didn't know that still up? No, I didn't know either. But yeah, when I made the Prodigy logo, I found a pixelated. Well, I found like a low quality picture, like a pixelated kind of picture, and I then made it slightly smaller and shrunk it to the point where it was still recognizable, and obviously each block is a pixel. If I made it any smaller, it wouldn't look like the logo anymore, which is why it's so huge, because it's got so much detail on it. It's really cool. Yeah, I quite enjoyed making that. But yeah, if I tried to make this any smaller, it would not work, because just this line here would just disappear, for instance. But I honestly did not think it was going to be that big when I started off. I went, that's huge. Oh, glad I started with that. I like the head. I like the head of that, with the fireworks and all that. I've had my likeness done a few times now. Does that mean I've made it? I've become famous because I've been crafted out of all sorts. Been drawn, painted, made from Minecraft blocks, made from clay. Oh, it's even got the ponytail. Been made in WWE. My likeness exists in many forms now. Made in WWE, obviously Sims as well. Mountain Blade. Oh yeah, Mountain Blade. But yeah, I'll just show this and then I'll sign off. But this is the path to my place. So this is Nix's village. Like all these buildings come from Grabcraft as well. So just kind of pick a house from Grabcraft. I think this might, I'm not sure if this is an entire village. It might be an entire village planned somewhere. If not, they're individual houses you can get. Mountain Blade has least good creation, so that one's a bit meh. That's fair. Yeah, I made this little path that runs from Nix's village down to my place. So you've got nice kind of mossy stone running down here. You've got a few lanterns. And then it comes out down here. Probably just need to put some trees back on there or something, just because I wasn't quite sure how I was going to do it. Was to keep it open, but I thought, you know what, it might be cool if it's kind of like a little tunnel path kind of thing. But rather than tunneling, that would have been a lot more effort. I just decided to just cut the whole thing out and just rejoin the two sides again. Love tunnels. Tunnels are cool. Could even put a building here, I suppose. Could probably find another building to put on this space. That might be fun. Building that overlooks from up here. And eventually I'll do something with this hole I've made. Cool. Well, that's hit half past. We'll switch over the camera. And I will sign out the game. So disconnect. Epic creations. Thank you. So that's me out of the server. Thank you, the stream and the games was awesome. Well, thank you as well, Lisa. It was cool. But yeah, if Stardew is good to go and all the mods test fine and all that for next week, then we can do Stardew. But I'm quite happy doing Minecraft as well. I don't mind either. But there's no point rushing to do Stardew if we're not sure the mods are okay. But if we're happy with the mods, then it's an option. But no rush otherwise. But thank you all for joining, and sorry again, Dealer, for YouTube not going live. I say what I'm going to do, because Restream is costing me about £100 a year, at least. It's probably about £100 a year to be able to stream to Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. And if it's not doing the YouTube anymore, then and Facebook, I only really have one person that watches me on Facebook. Not that's a problem. But if I don't stream to Facebook, I'm not making a lot of fans through Facebook. You don't get to be seen on Facebook these days. It's kind of a dead streaming place. So I might just end up culling. I don't know. It means me having 3 streams open, basically, but I can still do it. Yeah, lots of big updates. Yeah. So if you're, as long as you're happy, Lisa, but if you're not happy, Minecraft all the way. No worries. Thank you, dear. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for being here. I'll check on my YouTube. I'll probably do some test ones before Wednesday, but I'll be back on Wednesday either way, doing some more game dev stuff. But yeah, thank you for being here, Jeffrey, Lisa, Dealer, Nix, anyone who's been lurking. You're all awesome. Cut all the Restream, become affiliates. I want more emotes. It's looking more and more likely, but not right now. But yeah, I'll test it out. But thanks for being here. I really enjoyed Minecraft. have a good night. Yes, you too. Hope you all have a good rest. Enjoy your week. And oh, turtle. Enjoy your week. There's an Aussie. No, it's Aussie. Oh, careful. Yeah. Have a good week, and I shall see you on Wednesday for the game dev stuff. Where's my button? We've got a. We've got a little emote there. Yeah. Have a good night. See you Wednesday. And yeah. I'll speak to you then. Good night.